Hello, everyone. I am Mother Mayhem. I am the Oracle of the World, and this is a message for the Allied forces, or who hasn't begun yet, okay? Or who hasn't formed yet, okay? And these Allied forces is to protect humanity, protect the population of this planet, and to protect this planet, okay, from this contagion from fully taking over. That is who I call you guys, the Allied forces, okay? And this is who I'm speaking to. The ones that haven't been taken over by the contagion and that knows how important it is to destroy this contagion before it takes over. So that is the Allied forces I'm speaking to, okay? So this is a message to you guys, okay? And this is also part of like different the countries that exist now, as far as the U.S., Russia, Iran, North Korea, all that, Paris. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here, you guys. You to my allied forces. Okay, I've been sharing my predictions of what's to come regarding certain situations that you don't know that's going to affect the society, especially this contagion. I am speaking a lot about this viral sickness, okay? But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot of things that's transpiring behind the scenes that has been transpiring long before I even was born, long before you were even born, okay? That is taking effect now, okay? This is all planned and this is a go for whoever is creating. First of all, they created this illusion that people are falling into for a very long time. So you have to be aware of this illusion, what it is. You also have to know who is the enemy, who is conspiring against humanity, who is causing the sickness. What, like, how did the sickness came to be? You have to look at how and the when. And I said the same message to CDC. You have to look at the how and the when. So you have to know who your true enemies are. You can't just go based off a certain the history that you've been taught. You can't go based off a certain title or position of a certain person's character. You have to go by their character, right? But you also have to know them, know their moves, their actions. Or is it matching what they say? Has it been matching what they've been saying throughout history? And you have to really look at history itself. Was it really how it was written, how things went down? You gotta look at that type of perspective, okay? So know that enemy is very, very important to my allied forces that hasn't been taken over by the contagion, and that knows how important it is to get ahead of this contagion and to destroy it. Okay? So I'm kind of getting something here. I mentioned this in the CDC message, something about a nasal. Okay, nasal passage, which is the upper respiratory area, needs to be looked at. Not just that, but navel, and you will find more about this contagion. But you have to figure out. Okay, we know that the contagion exists. We know that there's a sickness, okay, and it's hiding in our lymph nodes. There's something going on with the lymphatic system. We know all that in the mucous membrane, like that Dr. Sadie mentioned. If you don't know who that is, please look him up. He was right about everything about the number one cause of diseases is the mucus. You have to focus on the mucous membrane. Um, so Dr. Sadie, look into his research because he was right. But there's more to it, okay? So you just have to do your research, do your due diligence on who your enemy is, okay? But there's something going on here on why was the contagion hidden in our lymph nodes? Why couldn't medical professionals catch it until it's too late? Why? You have to look into that. Okay. Um, Another message for you guys. So if you guys been paying attention as of right now, we are in June 15, 2025. Okay, and what a lot has been transpiring, and such as right now, Russia and the Ukraine are going at it. They've been going at it for a while. Israel and Hamas, aka Gaza, is going at it, but mostly Israel is bombing Gaza and basically trying to commit genocide. That's what's going on. This is what I see. This is what I know. And this is a fact. I'm not into political sides or anything. This is not about sides. This is about what I see and what I know for a fact. That is what's going on. Okay, we know about that. We know about Iran and Israel. Okay, so that's the state of things. Israel sub missiles to Iran. I guess nuclear base that they claim that Iran has, and they bombed in, and Iran is responding. So that is the state of the world right now. There's a lot more going on. There's protests that's happening in the streets, especially in California. There's something about California that I'm going to mention later throughout the week. But there's something about that area, the LA area, on why the protesting is happening. But there's something going on with the protests when it's saying no kings. It came out of nowhere. If you really pay attention, the whole no kings. What did it people mean by that? And who started it? Propaganda is not something that just begun out of nowhere. It was planned. Okay, and what did it mean? And I believe it's a direct message, okay, to a hidden alliance. I believe there is a hidden alliance that the US and other countries are not aware of. But this hidden alliance is not good. They're not for humanity. They're not for destroying this contagion. They are for it. Okay, so there is a hidden alliance going on. But when you see the message, no king, why is that a message? Okay, I believe the message is to get rid of higher power authorities in higher positions, or countries that have superpower weapons, country that is not taken over by the contagions. The kings are them, but what are they're basically um, they're basically sending a message like a headliner, like, oh, we're getting rid of the kings. Like, that's how I see it. This is what I see. Okay, this is what I know. You are the kings, those who are in higher power and higher position in the government that has not been taken by the contagion, that's not part of this hidden alliance. But you have more than what these people may have, or you have access to things that they don't want you to have access to things, so they have to cut you off. They have to cut the head. They have to cut the head, and you are the head, the king. And you are not even aware of this. You're just thinking that, oh, there's a lot of protests going on. These protesters are causing chaos, and they're looting, and they're destroying this. Are you sure? Are you sure this is coming from the people? You have to look at things deeply. That's why I say you have to know thy enemy. To know thy enemy is to know their tactics, to know their moves, to know their actions. Because I said you don't judge them by their title, their ranking, their position in different countries, and even the history that you may have had with them. You have to judge their character, the actions, not just what they say, but what they have been doing. Pay attention to the context clues and connect the dots, and you will know who your true enemy is. Okay? Hopefully you will understand what that means and do your due diligence and know who they are. Okay? Because right now you're being played like a fool. I'm gonna be completely honest. Somebody is definitely being played here. Especially about other things that I have seen that is going to transpire, but I'm not going to disclose it until time goes on. That will connect this. Okay, so this, and I also believe this contagion isn't natural. I believe it's man-made, and what I believe it's man-made. It's not natural to the body. Someone created it long time ago, but how long ago? You got to figure out how long ago it was created and who was involved and who is currently involved in it. It's still happening to this day. Look into Dr. Sebi's work, the mucous membrane. Look into the mucus. That is where it's all going to begin. The mucus and the saliva. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, allied forces that has not been taken over by the contagion. This is the message that you guys need to hear. Okay, this is my prediction, and I will leave it there. Thank you. Make sure you guys share my videos. Bye.